Okay, now I'm going to be reading out information related to Workers, Peasants from 2002 by Straub and Danièle Huillet, Operae Contadini. So, there's some blurbs here. I'm going to read this out. This is from vnale.at. A group of men and women of all ages have been brought together in the course of their travels after World War II, when Italy regained its national and territorial unity. They make up a primitive community which seeks to erase not only the distress created by the war, but also the hardships of life and hunger, and to protect them from violence, misery, and fear. They build and invent a new rapport, both in their professional and daily lives, between themselves, between the sexes, between generations, between diverse social and geographical origins, between antagonistic political camps. I just have a blurb here. After the Second War, this is from tabacalera.eus. After the Second World War in Italy, men and women of all ages and social backgrounds gather in a run-down village between Modena and Bologna and decide to transform this abandoned place into a community that will protect them from violence and misery. The good thing, as the leader calls it. The members of this community talk about the installation of a power line, about how to go out to look for laurel, how ricotta is made. They talk, and they do so in a forest clearing where nature manifests itself with its insect noises, its trees, its lighting effects on the leaves. Danièle Huillet and Jean-Marie Straub's film, which adapts chapters of Elio Vittorini's novel Women of Messina, forms a constellation of community moments, to borrow the term from the term with which the filmmakers describe the writer's dialogues. It is a new beginning that could be called utopian. In fact, a beginning that, far from ignoring the threat of the fate of its determination, resists giving into reality. From quinzane-sinistes.fr. Read out one more from museumofmodernart.org. A peasant tradition of making homemade ricotta cheese on a wood-burning fire becomes an act of resistance in this unforgettable film. Amateur actors from the regional beauty theatre, many of them ordinary labourers and farmers, recite or read passages from Elio Vittorini's Marxist novella Women of Messina, their singularly musical voices ringing out as one in the verdant forest. The story, which Italo Calvini called a choral narrative, centers on a group of workers and peasants who rebuild their lives in the aftermath of the Second World War by rebuilding a destroyed village and forming a utopian community.